Hi everybody. I want to talk with you today about breathing and specifically about overbreathing. So the first thing that I want you to do is to measure your own number of breaths per minute. So I'm going to want you to pause the video because I don't want you to get any preconceived ideas about what breathing rate should be. And I want you to time yourself for an entire minute because I want you to get a real accurate count. I know it can be a little challenging because when we start to pay attention to our breathing then becomes a little unnatural. But just do your best to keep your breathing the way it normally is and to count how many breaths you do in a minute. So go ahead and pause the video, do your test, and then come back. Okay, so hopefully you all did that, no cheating. So optimally, an ideal breathing rate is anywhere between 4 to 6 breaths per minute. So how did that compare to your breathing rate? Most of us are drastically different than that. Most of us are breathing somewhere around 12 to 15, maybe even 18 breaths per minute. And this is overbreathing. So anything 10 breaths a minute or less is good. 4 to 6 is ideal. So one of the things that overbreathing does is it causes us to stay in our stress mode. So anytime that we're breathing more than, and I'm talking about rest, not when you're exercising. So this is your resting breathing rate. So when we're breathing more than that 10 breaths per minute, we're actually triggering and activating our stress mode. And that means all that cascade of hormones and chemicals are going through our body as if we are in a fight or flight situation. So even though you might just be sitting watching television, resting on your couch, if you're breathing at that 12, 15, 18 breaths per minute, your body is in stress. So I want to talk a little bit about what we can do to bring that down. So one of the first things that we can do to bring that down is to just consciously slow your breathing down and to breathe in and out through your nose with your mouth closed. So our nose is designed for breathing. Our mouth is not. Our mouth is designed for eating, for talking, but it's not designed for breathing. Our nose is specifically designed for breathing. So you want to always have your mouth closed and breathe through your nose. So one of the things about the nose is that it has smaller passageways than gulping air in through an open mouth. The smaller passageways and the design of the nasal passages is designed to help you slow your breath down, to slow your inhale down. Also, breathing through the nose is going to condition the air. It's going to moisten it and it's going to filter it and clean it and get it ready to go into the lungs, which breathing through the mouth does not do that. And so breathing through the nose is one of our first defenses against pathogens. Also, we create nitric oxide in our nose, and nitric oxide is a fantastic antiviral, antibacterial, antimicrobial. It also helps to dilate our vasopassages and our bronchial passages, and we don't get nitric oxide if we're breathing through our mouth. So you want to breathe through your nose. So the first thing that I want to do is just to say, bring awareness to your breath, and as often as you can, think about closing the mouth, breathing in and out through the nose, and to just calm your breathing down. So awareness is the first step. And in our next video, we'll talk a little bit more about some other things that we can do to help bring our breathing down to a more healthy, beneficial rate.